You know how every Pokemon game starts with that one early bird? The regional bird staple that joins your early team, carries for a bit, and then, let's be honest, gets boxed the moment something stronger comes along? Well, today, we're changing that. We're looking at every viable evolution of the regional birds and giving it buffs specifically to make them more viable in Pokemon Draft League. These mons have the potential to be real threats if they just had a little help. Better stats, improved move pools, and even a new ability. And suddenly, they're not just early game fodder, but real draftable options. What's going on, my fellows? It's your boy DyeItTight. And if you're into competitive Pokemon and Draft League content, hit that like button, subscribe, and if you haven't already, click join to become a member and help support the channel. Feel free to hop in the Discord down below to mock draft, speed tour, and chat it up with other players. Let's dive into these Route 1 birds and see how we can make them legit draft threats. Let's kick it off with Pidgeot, the Kanto Classic. In Draft League, regular Pidgeot just doesn't cut it. 80 special attack and a bare bones move pool makes it a dead weight. Mega Pidgeot was a thing back in Gen 7, but with no Megas in Scarlet and Violet, it's back to being mid. The fix? For stat buffs, we're going to do plus 30 to its special attack, raising it to 100, and plus 10 to speed, making it 111. Its new ability, we're going to give it no guard without needing to Mega Evolve. And for move pool additions, we're going to give it Hyper Voice and Nasty Plot. Now, you've got a fast, accurate special attacker that can pivot and break. With no guard Hurricanes, it becomes an actual offensive threat, especially in low to mid-tier drafts where flying resists are scarce. It's not top tier, but it's finally usable. Fearow gets overshadowed by almost every other flying type in Draft League. It's got speed, but its offenses are lacking and its move pool is thin. What are we going to do for it? To start with its stat buffs, it's going to be plus 15 to attack, raising it to 105, and plus 20 to speed, raising it to 120, and then we're going to round it off with plus 15 to both defenses, making it 80 physical defense and 76 special defense. Its new ability, we're going to introduce a custom ability called Piercing Peck. This makes flying type moves ignore stat boosts to defense and evasion. For move pool additions, we're going to give it Brave Bird, Close Combat, and Parting Shot. Now Fearow becomes a niche wall breaker and momentum grabber. Piercing Peck helps it cut through bulkier builds, and Parting Shot gives it a support role. It still won't dominate, but it's now draftable in a low tier as a budget breaker or scout. Noctowl has always been a utility bird with cool flavor, a wise owl with psychic vibes, but its performance in Draft League is just sad. Here, we're going to boost its special attack to 106 by increasing it by 20, and then its defense, another plus 20 to 70. And then to round it off, we're going to give its speed a plus 10 to 80. For another new ability, we're going to replace Insomnia with a new one called Clairvoyance, which makes psychic type moves get a 1.2 times boost and it ignores dark type immunities. For its move pool additions, we're going to add Psyshock, Mystical Fire, and Teleport. This turns Noctowl into a flexible special wall breaker or utility pivot. Calm Mind plus Roost sets finally become viable, and it leans into its psychic theme. Like the others, it's still not broken, but now a sneaky tier 4 to 5 pick with a defined role and decent team support. Swellow has always had potential in Draft League, thanks to guts, facade, and decent speed, but it being frail and predictable hold it back. So here, we're going to boost its HP plus 10 to 70, its defenses 15 each to 75 physical defense and 65 special defense, and plus 10 special attack just to round out its offenses. For move pool additions, we're going to give it Knock Off and Drill Run, and honestly, I'm going to keep its abilities the exact same. These changes make it bulkier, letting it actually survive some hits, with Knock Off letting it punish switch-ins and Drill Run to let it hit steel types. It keeps its identity as a fast guts cleaner, but now it has more versatility and survivability in draft. Staraptor is already the gold standard of Route 1 birds in Draft League. Intimidate, Reckless, good speed, and hard-hitting stabs in Brave Bird and Double Edge. But let's say we push it even further. Make it a true round 1 pick. Its stat buffs, we're going to give it plus 10 speed to 110 to outpace more threats. And for move pool, we're going to give it Swords Dance. Like Swellow, we're not going to touch its abilities at all. But now we're talking. Staraptor with Swords Dance becomes a serious nuke. This change makes it slightly riskier to deal with and opens up Reckless sets even more. Still balanced thanks to recoil, but absolutely terrifying. Unfezant is basically a meme in draft. No good ability, awkward move pool, and no clear niche. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to increase its attack by 15 to a total of 130, its speed by 10 to a total of 103, and its HP by 10 to a total of 90. For its new ability, I'm going to give it Sniper to replace Super Luck, and I think it's going to work a little better with its Move Pool synergy. And for Move Pool additions, I'm going to give it Close Combat and Swords Dance. Now Unfezant becomes a crit stacking machine. With Sniper, it can use focus energy and crit boosting moves to finally have an identity, a glass cannon with a twist. It's not super consistent, but it gives you something fun and draftable in the lower tiers. Talonflame was absolutely broken in Gen 6 thanks to Gale Wings, but post-nerf, it's fallen off hard in draft. What I'd like to do with it is increase its attack by 10 to 91 because it's got one of the most pitiful attack stats in the game. And I'm going to increase both of its defenses by 20, totaling 91 on the physical side and 89 on the special side. But its ability change, we're going to buff Gale Wings to work at 50% or above, not just full HP, and I'm going to give it Knockoff. These changes let Talonflame use Gale Wings more reliably while still being balanced. The defense buff helps with its longevity. Now it can function as a pivot, a revenge killer, and even a late game cleaner. Toucannon has a cool design and skilling, but it's held back by speed and limited options. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to increase its speed by 20 to 80 and its attack by 10 to 130. And for Move Pool, I'm going to give it Bulk Up and Body Press. Now it's going to function as a slow, bulky wall breaker with setup potential. The extra speed helps it outpace some key walls, and with Bulk Up plus Body Press, it can punish physically defensive teams that try to switch in. It's still a niche pick, but in the right matchup, this thing could absolutely tear through lower tier drafts. Corviknight is a unique one. It's already decent. It has great typing, solid bulk, and U-turn support to make it a fantastic utility pick in draft. But what if we wanted to make it a bit more dynamic without breaking it? The buff we're going to do? We're going to increase its attack by 10 to 97 and its speed by 10 to 77. And for Move Pool, we're going to give it back Toxic, and then I'm going to give it Whirlwind and Spikes. Now, it has even better roll compression. The speed and attack boost help it pressure slower teams more effectively, and with Whirlwind, Spikes, and Toxic, it can now function as a utility tank or hazard support. It becomes a lot more versatile and annoying to prep for in draft, especially for those mid-tier slots. Now finally, we've got Kilowattrel, the newest Route 1 bird. Honestly, it's already pretty solid in draft with competitive Volt Absorb, and Hurricane plus Thunderbolt gives it a unique offensive typing and great speed. So what are we going to do to it? Well, I'm going to increase its special attack by 10, totaling 110, and its defense by 10 to raise it to 70. And for Move Pool additions, I'm going to give it Dazzling Gleam and Heat Wave for coverage. With these tweaks, Kilowattrel becomes a stronger pivot and better special attacker. The extra bulk helps switch into more things, and it's a perfect mid-tier pick in draft with a high ceiling and solid synergy. So there you guys have it. Every regional bird final evolution buffed and ready for Draft League. Some of these could dominate low tiers, and others might sneak into higher ones with the right support. Either way, I think it's time these early game classics got the respect they deserve. Which one of these buffs would you want to see the most in an actual Draft League? Did I go too far with any of them, or not far enough? Let me know in the comments, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord to keep the discussions going. We got speed tours, mock drafts, and all the competitive things Pokemon. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.